aquí no se falla. Nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo Super Saiyan. Subiendo del level como Sandal Saya.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Milwaukee Bucks are ready for this thing to get started. It's getting noisy here in Charlotte for this Hornets home game. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Antetokounmpo. Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title, but whatever he does from this point on, it's only going to add to what's been a Hall of Fame career. You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, a beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him, an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
Now Ball. After the missed three from Damian Lillard. Pass to Green. Bridges with it. Back to Green. Puts up a three. Charlotte no good that time either. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee, and we talked about the problems that Giannis poses. He said, look, there's no easy way to defend Giannis. We have to be physical with him, keep him out of the paint as much as possible. But he acknowledged that even having multiple bodies on Giannis sometimes just isn't enough. Guys?
Thanks, David. 6 to shoot. Lopez a screen. Off target from outside. Ball feeling it out a bit. And Ball slams it in.
Well, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that, showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Giannis dunks it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Here's Ball. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
This is what height in the backcourt gives you. Ball can get almost anything he wants in there because of that size.
Lillard with it. Bridges covering. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Giannis has got 6.
Good luck against Giannis. In the paint. Get out of the way is probably your best option.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's going to have it. Discussion here on the sideline. Hornets trail by 4. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Now, here's Lillard. Into the lane. Williams with the block. Inside. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. To the paint. Back to Ball. 3 on the clock. Over Giannis. Ball, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Combination of size and elite athleticism on full display from Giannis there.
And the rebound goes to Lopez.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Prince, a really solid athlete, throwing it down nicely there.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Left side, Williams. Pass the ball. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. For 3, Bridges. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And it's the Bucks ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now. Uh-oh. Changed his mind on the way up and tricked himself.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Lillard. Beats the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. 13 points up. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
The layup off target. Hornets trailed by 13. Brook Lopez worth every penny as he secured a nice raise last season.
Yeah, you know, he's a combination of a three-point shooting big who's also an elite rim protector. That's a heck of a combination and a valuable one in today's game.
Now here is Smith after the miss from Damian Lillard. Here's Ball and Antetokounmpo with the block.
What a swat by Giannis. Love the force he throws those shots away with.
So it's the Hornets now. It's a 13-point game. Clock at 2, and the shot goes in.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 5, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
You know, no opponent is willing to give Antetokounmpo an easy look. I mean, they want to make it hard on him, and he's going to get bodied up, and he's learned to accept that.
No good on the second free throw. Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the new leadership of Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. And the Hornets making a change here. That'll be a 5-second call. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
To the inside. Good on the bucket. Ball's got 6.
You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't faze him. That rarely works against Ball.
The kick out to Lopez. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
You know, that's a nice little shot to have in your repertoire. Just a lovely touch on that little flop from Antetokounmpo.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Kuzma outside. Now here's Kuzma. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball. Giannis outside. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Prince can't hit.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And here we go with Miller running up the court to the right side. Here's Ball, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
And the Bucks miss again. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 16. Pass to Miller. Back to Ball. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Again, Ball missing.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Lillard. Rebound by Williams. Here's the Hornets with the ball. It's a 16-point game. To the wing right side. Diabate. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Diabate's got 5. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Over to the wing. Lillard from outside. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
The moment they hit that last shot, Lillard wanted one of his own. He was determined and undeterred to strike right back.
Now here is Miller. Hasn't made one yet. Now Ball. Launches a 3. He can't hit that time. Here's Antetokounmpo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Giannis has got 6 points in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the Hornets making a change here. And Williams drops them both. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Milwaukee on top, up by 16. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Here's Ball. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting you know I'm there to back him up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. Here's Green after Taurean Prince's bucket. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Bridges. 3-pointer. Rebound, Milwaukee. Here's Lillard. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Timeout.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Seconds now into the second half. Now here's Ball. He's got 8. Takes the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks leading by 18. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Now Bridges, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo from deep. And the Hornets miss again. Out to the right wing. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Lopez. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Offline with his three. Hornets trail by 18. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Ball. And he banks in the layup. Ball's got 4 points this quarter. And it's the Bucks ball. Lopez outside. Prince wide open. Hands it from downtown. Prince has got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, you know, Prince is always doing a nice job working to get open, and that's the reward you get for staying active, keeping yourself moving, an open look on the jump shot there.
Now here's Green. Still scoreless. 5 on the clock. Bridges outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And here's Prince outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's deflected.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
The 8-footer. And Giannis with the nice bucket inside. And that's 18 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hornets trail by 18. Curry is inside. Here's Diabate. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First team foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean,
2 shots.
you got to play without fouling.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that, Giannis. I love the Greek Freak, but I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say, Giannis, I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem. At the arc, Curry's so consistent. I mean, he'll knock it down every chance he gets from there.
Lopez right side. Kuzma inside. And here's Prince outside. Diabate grabs the board. Hornets trail by 16. Smith scanning the floor. Bridges outside. He got it up. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bucks lead by 16. And time to step it.
44.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Bucks leading by 16. Prince outside. Back to Lillard for the 3. A shot off that time. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Here's Ball. Here's the drive. And Ball slams it in.
It's good to see Ball not settling for a jump shot. He's at his best when he's attacking the rim.
And here's Prince outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
3 points.
And the Bucks lead by 17.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Fast break now for Charlotte. Ball from long range. Connects from three-point range.
The defense must honor Ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
And here's Prince outside. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Lillard outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Watch out now. Lillard is smoking and looking to score every time he touches it.
Here's Ball. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Milwaukee ball. In for your Hornets.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Pass to Kuzma. From downtown. Good D by Miller.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Charlotte moving the ball around. Pass to Bridges. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Bucks. Kuzma inside. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
It's been Giannis's night. His points have come in a variety of ways, and as usual, he has been relentless.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Hornets trail by 19. Ball up top. And Ball gets double teamed. On the wing, Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Green.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Out to Bridges. And the Hornets miss again. Bucks leading by 19. Now here's Prince. From the arc. Antetokounmpo looking it over. The kick out to Lopez. Lillard outside. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Giannis has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Milwaukee.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
And he's good on the second. Clark, the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball, and the only thing holding him back now is his health.
It certainly is, and it's unfortunate because he's a talented, fun-to-watch player. He's already missed a bunch of games early in his career, but he is the total package as a point guard now. Great length at 6'7", and I still think he has MVP potential. It's a matter of can he stay on the floor.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Hey, certain guys just exude that it factor. Damian Lillard is a great player and a terrific leader.
Pass to Diabate. Back to Smith. Here's Diabate. And again, the Hornets missing. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it up off the glass.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Charlotte no good that time either. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.